is you think law of attraction doesn't work, but it is really working. You're just attracting what you don't want. So why is this happening, and how to actually attract what you want? And now we're going to jump into a presentation so I can walk you through exactly what is going on. So let's rock and roll. Now, okay, we're on the presentation. You'll see Law of Attraction Secrets, and you'll see all these lines on your screen. Now, these lines, what I want you to do is these lines represent frequency, like laws of vibration. Have you ever heard of, you attract where you are, okay? You attract the frequency that you're in. You attract through the vibration that you're in. Meaning, like, if you're happy, you attract happy things. If you're joy, you're passionate, you're doing what you love, you attract more of that. And if you're angry, you're sad, you're mad, you worry, you doubt, well, you attract along that scale also. So these lines represent frequency. These lines represent the mood you're in, to kind of keep it simple. So we're going to start right in the middle, okay? And I'm going to do this a little bit different. And in the middle, you're kind of neutral, okay? You're really not swinging either way. And sometimes I can fall in this category, especially growing up. Okay, growing up as a teenager, as a kid, as a teenager, my dad was really strict. So I kind of grew up kind of being neutral. I didn't really make decisions either way. My dad made decisions for me. Now, in my adult life, that kind of causes issues and causes problems. And it causes problems with the law of attraction. Because when we're neutral, we kind of become very indecisive. Okay? We don't know which way to go. We don't make a solid decision. Okay, I did a lot of videos on this, on just making a decision. And this is something, I struggle with, and I have to, be conscious myself, being able to make a solid decision, make a decision and not back down and not change my mind, not worry about it, just make a decision. But when you're neutral, people tend to be indecisive. Okay, and this is one area why you're not attracting what you want, because you're not making a decision of what you really want. You're indecisive, okay? And indecision really causes confusion in your mind. Your mind don't know which way to go. Your subconscious mind don't know what to give you, because you're really not making a solid decision. So law of attraction is working, okay, but it's just giving you what you really don't want, because you're indecisive on what you do want. That's kind of kind of like a can of worms right there. The mouthful, but that's what's happening. When you're confused, your mind's all over the place. You see these arrows going up and down, left and right, your mind's all over the place. You're up and down, you want this, you want that, you're not making a decision, you go with the flow way too much. Yes, you go with the flow with the law of attraction, you go with the current, not against the current. But lots of times in our life, we go with the flow way too much, where we're not making a decision. Period. Okay, if someone asks you, hey, where you want to go out to eat? You say, oh, wherever you want to go. You know what I mean? You don't make a decision. When you go out to eat with your friends, they say, hey, what are you going to get? And you say, I don't know, what are you going to get? And you end up getting exactly what your friends eat. You're not making a decision exactly what you want. See, the first step, we got to get out of this neutral zone into making a decision. So now let's focus on the bottom, okay? From the neutral, let's go to the bottom here. And the bottom here, these are emotions. And this is where the lines of frequency is going to come into play. The laws of vibration is going to come into play. And there's a lot of different emotions. I'm only going to cover 2 or 3. I'm not going to go over all of them. Yes, I know there's more than 2 or 3 emotions, but just for presentation purposes and kind of proving a point and making sense of this, I'm only going to cover 2 or 3. So in the lower vibration, if you're worried, or if you're angry, or if you feel fear, okay, these are all kind of major emotions that all of us, at one point or another, all the time that we feel, but these are on the lower vibration scale. That's what I want you to walk away with here. Okay, if we're worried, okay, and I tend to not think of myself as a worrier, But, and I want to say a big but, I'm an overthinker. I like to overanalyze and overthink, overthink if decisions are the right decision or if it's a wrong decision. Okay, but what happens is when you overthinking, overanalyzing, you tend to worry about it. Okay, you tend to worry if it's going to happen. It makes sense? No matter what you want, you tend to worry about it. And what you worry about, you pretty much get. If you're angry, it's the same thing. And angry is on a lower vibration. So when you're angry, let's say, for example, you hate your job. Let's say, when you go to your job 8 hours, 10 hours a day, you're miserable the whole time you're there because you don't want to be there. But you're in that state of anger. You're in that state of being pissed off all day long. Well, when you're in that lower frequency, you're going to attract right there. Same way with fear. If you fear, okay, now going up to being worried, okay, if you're worried about something, you start doubting. When you start doubting, fear creeps in. Okay, once fear creeps in, fear is crippling. Makes sense? Fear makes you feel like you don't want to take action either way. Makes sense? Fear kind of brings you up to the neutral zone, like we just discussed. Makes you neutral. You start getting indecisive. You start getting confused. You don't know what you want. Makes sense? And fear could be something simple as, I hate my job. I want to quit, but I'm scared. I don't know, am I going to get a job right away? I still need to make money. I still need to make a living. I still need to pay bills. So all this stuff you start thinking, worrying about, overanalyzing, and so forth and so forth. But here, what we have to understand, okay, if you're worried, you attract right on that frequency. Okay, see these frequency lines? You're on the frequency line of being worried. Well, you attract right on that frequency. So that's why you see the attraction. You see the circle there? You attract right there. You attract exactly what you're worried about. If you're worried about not having enough money, well, guess what? You're not going to have enough money. It's weird how it works. But you attract within this frequency. You don't go outside the frequency. Okay, that's why you're not attracting what you want, or one of the reasons why it's not happening, or one of the reasons why you think law of attraction don't work. The same thing if you're angry. When you're angry, you go to work every day, you hate your job, you're miserable, you're there 8, 10, 12 hours. The whole time you're there, you're pissed off, you're mad at the world. Well, you attract at that frequency level. You're not going to go outside that level when you're in that state of anger. I'm going to hammer this down. You're not going to go outside this attraction. Same way when you fear, the same thing happens. You're on the level of fear, level of that frequency, you attract exactly at that level. What you fear is going to happen. You get exactly that. You're not going to go outside of that attraction level and manifest your $1 million house. Because your $1 million house is not on the same frequency as you fearing what's going to happen. Make sense? This is the takeaway here, is you attract exactly on that level. Okay, now let's go above the neutral. Let's go up. When we go up, going up in the emotions, there's a lot of emotions going up. There's a lot of frequency levels, but I'm only going to focus on 2. Happy and love. Okay, when you're happy, you enjoy what you do, you love what you do, you're passionate about what you do, no matter what it is. We could be talking about a career, we could be talking about a hobby, we could be talking about you're hanging out with friends, your loved ones, your sister, brother, whatever, but you love doing it. Maybe you're a gamer and you love playing video games, but that's what makes you happy and that's what brings you love and passionate about in life. Okay? So these are on higher vibrations. This is where we really want to be most of the time. Now, we're all human. We all fall down into worrying about stuff, being angry and pissed off and stuff like that. We all do, okay? But we don't want to stay at that level. Okay, when we stay in the worried level way too long, we start attracting at that level. So we want to stay up above the neutral. We want to stay happy, enjoy, love, and so forth. And just like down below, if you're worried, angry, and fear, when you're happy, you love, you're passionate, you enjoy life, you attract, listen to this, you attract at that level. Okay, when you're doing something you love, well, you attract that. You attract more to you. Okay, so it's the same philosophy either way. A positive or a negative, you're attracting. Okay, Now, let's kind of go off a little bit and say, okay, how do I attract more money, Chad? Maybe you want more money. Either that could be in a career, entrepreneur, or whatever, but you want to attract more money in your life. What if you want to attract a new car? Maybe you want a better car. Maybe it's your dream car. Maybe your dream car is a 911 Porsche, like right here. That's kind of a cool color, but that might not be your car. But maybe you have your dream car. Maybe you make so much more money. Maybe you want a better house. You have $1 million house you want, or a couple $1 million house you want, just like here, like a dream home. Or maybe that's not really what you want. Maybe you want to make more money, be more successful, because you can give to your charities. But no matter what you want, okay, what we have to understand is you're not going to attract these things when you're constantly in this state of worry, when you're constantly in a state of being angry all day long, when you're constantly in a state of fearing what's going to happen, okay? And you're not going to attract these things when you're in neutral, okay? You're indecisive. You're not making a decision what you want, what you don't want. Again, that causes confusion in your mind. Okay, I already kind of jumped the gun here and said this, but when you hate your job, you're not going to attract the more money. You're not going to attract a better job. You're just in that mode of hate for 8 hours, 9, 10 hours again. You might attract another job, but it's probably going to be a job that you hate again. You know what I mean? So you're not going to attract more money being in that frequency. You're not going to attract that dream house being in the frequency of fearing what's going to happen. Okay, you're not going to attract that dream car when you're constantly worried, overanalyzing, overthinking, and doubting the process. You're not going to attract these things because it's not on the same frequency. So what you have to do, you have to match, listen to this, you have to match the frequency that you are on. So that's where you see this big arrow going up, okay? The higher your frequency, the better you're going to attract what you want. Now, how do we do that? We have to enjoy life. Okay, this is the first step here. There's a lot of little steps here, but don't make it confusing. What you need to do, right now, you need to start enjoying life. Maybe you can't go right out and quit your job. That's between you, okay, and your intuition and your decision. Okay, I'm not going to tell you what to do. But you have to start enjoying life. And maybe you've never heard this before, and maybe you have, and I'm going to say it again. Whatever brings you joy, do more of it. That's why I said if you're a gamer, you love to play video games, it brings you joy and peace and passion, and it helps you relax. Well, there's nothing wrong with playing video games. That's what you like. That's what brings you joy. But you know what? Okay, when you do more of that, you'll be surprised because it puts you in a happy state, a passionate state. You enjoy life more. In that state, you start attracting other things that you want in that state. Okay, that's where you start getting okay, I want to attract that $100,000 a month job, the $100,000 a year job. Okay, you don't attract that job way down and you're angry and pissed off about your current job. You attract that new job by doing stuff you enjoy and being happy and love and passionate about it. So it doesn't matter. See, law of attraction works either way. You don't have to all day long stay focused on your goal. All day long be like, oh my God, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want. Okay, that just causes worried. Okay, you just need to let go of the how and enjoy life. Find stuff that you enjoy, you love doing. And maybe you're older, maybe you've been beat up by life, maybe you've stayed in a career for 30 years and you don't know what to do. And when people ask you, hey, what do you like to do? That's like a trick question. You have no clue how to answer it because you've been so far away from doing what you enjoy, doing what you want to do, that you can't answer it. And if you're if you're right there, you need to, pause this video, or right after you watch this video, you need to, sit back. You don't have to meditate, sit in a quiet place, sit on a couch, a chair, whatever, and just really think, as a kid, what did you enjoy? What did you like doing? As a teenager, what were your loves? What put that sparkle in your eye, that glow in your eye when you got up? What did you want to do all day? When you were an older teenager or in your early 20s, what got you out of bed in the morning? Okay, those are the things we need to start doing and doing more of. Okay, because what you'll find is when you do more of things that you enjoy, it puts you in that state, and it puts you more in that closer frequency of getting more money, if that's what you want, getting that dream car, getting that dream home. Or even if you want to, you want to make more money so you can help more people, you can give to charities and so forth and so forth, whatever you want. Okay, this is exactly how, it's simple. This is exactly how law of attraction works, kind of in the simplest form that I can explain it. Yes, there's a lot of little law of attraction secrets. There's a lot of little things we can do and little exercises we can do, but this is exactly how it works. So anyway, my friends, hopefully you love this. Hopefully that helped. If that helped, comment below. I try to reach out to all my comments. You have questions, write questions, and if you have a comment, if you tried this, let me know how things are going, how things are working, and I will answer back as best as I can. And if not, I will see you in the next Law of Attraction Secrets. See you later.